Lions and Packers are headed your way next on Monday night.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers, and of course coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
A first down run by Jones, not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 57 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's thrown. To throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers for Jones last week, 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now here's Ross. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's Eifert. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. He'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there the Packers getting ready to go. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Powering forward. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. On play action, now Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And Folks' kick is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
Now Ross to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
17-0 our score after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
.13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets it down to the 32.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 26 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 103 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his 1st half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. On this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. but they need 7 yards here. Now Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, slant to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So here come the Lions now. They're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. They'll try it now with Swift. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed two. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Melvin Gordon, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Daniel Jones, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And now here's Ross. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run out of the gun with Swift. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up with 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers! Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Ross to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession at their own 16-yard line.
Nice job. Savage placed the ball down the air for an interception. And he flipped between free safety and strong safety in the early part of his NFL career. But if you ask him what position he plays, he'll tell you football player. The former first-round pick led Green Bay with 4 interceptions in 2020.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A good catch there from Marquez Valdes-Scantling. But last year we saw some bigger catches. The NFL leader in yards per reception in 2020.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The give is to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. That's a double win there, partner. You keep it out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
So out now come the Lions. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Penei Sewell, the 7th. They'll look to throw here. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a conversion here on 3rd down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Rodgers now to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A check down here to Jones. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Folk for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the Packers give him nowhere to go. They bring him down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And you can say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have at the 6-yard line, first and goal. Careless with the football. He also had a football loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit back in possession of the football. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Dan, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Lions on 3rd down. Can you believe it? Over 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the on first down. They'll run here with Swift. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. No, 5 yards remain on second down. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. The Lions on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor run for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Dancing to his left. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Yeah, boy. That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things, a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game. But it won't alter the final score.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 56 to Mike.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week